Hi everyone, got another build for you guys to look at today. This time we are checking out a heavy turret build for all you techs out there. So first off, shout out to all the smart folks on the official Discord's theory crafting thread, like Gramps and Devil's Number 1, who did a bunch of tests on the heavy turret and its breakpoints. So the heavy turret's gotten a bit of a bad rep, but Cold Iron have been buffing it a bunch of times since its first iteration. And I think it's in a decent spot right now, even though it could do with maybe one or two more buffs. And I hope this build shows you that it's a worthy alternative to the other turrets. So most of the criticisms around the turret focus on that reduced fire rate. And this is where the importance of breakpoints comes in. So if we can get the heavy turret to kill a runner in one shot instead of two, that's as good as doubling its fire rate. And that one-shot breakpoint for runners on Insane is what we are centering this whole build around for both the revolver and the heavy turret. So you'll see on the perk grid we have every damage modifier on the heavy turret, which is the bare minimum that we need to hit that one-shot threshold without worrying about buffing it with other abilities. The dynamic delivery systems modifier gives us that extra bit of fire rate and extra damage versus armor to help with that slow fire rate. And then because the heavy turret's going to be a pretty effective runner killer, we're going to be getting stacks of scalable machine learning pretty quickly. And combined with modular integration, this is really good value for money. For 6 grid, we get 50% reload speed and stability, and 25% accuracy and fire rate at max stacks for both your weapons. So this is going to be very powerful, and they're also why we are going with the revolver and medved, which are two weapons that will benefit a lot from that huge reload speed bonus. And then the rest of the perk grid is handling the revolver's side of things. So we've got creative pain point solutions for 50% extra damage to slowed enemies, and then compatibility matrix for 10% more damage for each coil that you have out. Now, these two in combination mean that as long as you've got one coil out and it's slowing the runner, you'll be able to one-shot it. And to that end, we also need to put some weak point bonuses on our revolver. So we've got Preventive Flash Hider for extra range and weak point damage, and Hybrid Sight for accuracy and weak point damage. You could also take Microdot Sight for a little more effective range and damage, which might help still score those one-shots even at range. You could also take Slide Compensator if you are taking Microdot Sight, but you wouldn't be able to take Hybrid Sight then, because you would just miss the threshold. For your internal magazine, Rapid Dispersal Unit is probably the best choice. This gets around the revolver's painfully slow reload animations. But in combination with scalable machine learning, those are going to be very fast. You also have one other choice with Flywheel Chamber. If you want to rely solely on scalable machine learning for your reload speed, you could take Flywheel Chamber, and if you can reach full stacks, you'll be able to one-shot runners even if they're not slowed directly. You just need a coil out, and then you can score those hits and one-shot them. But the one thing is, this is pretty demanding because you've got to get hits every 3 seconds, and you've got to stack it 5 times. So personally, I prefer just taking Rapid Dispersal Unit and slowing the enemy. Medved, pretty standard choices: Rapid Dispersal Unit and Hybrid Sight. Precision Break for a bit more weak point damage and effective range, though Portal Compensator is not bad, and Boosted Flash Hider, if you're just focused on trash, is also pretty good. So that's it for the weapons and attachments. One other thing as regards kit is the vulnerability assessment drone. I mean, it's a pretty standard pick, but it's particularly good for this because it will help you one-shot things with your revolver, even if you don't have coils out. So that just becomes very useful in those tougher fights. The last thing I'd mention is just a general point about turret placement. So unlike the flame turret, you don't want to be placing the heavy turret or the basic turret in front of your team as a decoy, because they just don't have the HP to tank damage like the flamer turret does. So you want to place them behind your team in a spot with good sight lines, and then it can pick off targets at range. And it also means that the turret won't get in the way of the Recon's Got Your Back perk like the flame turret would, because it's behind the teammates and the teammates are taking aggro. So basically, you place your heavy turret down, throw down a coil in a kill zone, start one-shotting runners with your magnum. If you get rushed, you switch to your medved, and if you need extra firepower, you just throw down a couple more coils to get extra damage from compatibility matrix. This kind of build really excels in the longer range maps, like in campaigns 2 and 3, especially against runners, obviously. If you think about those maps, the flame turret's going to be waiting for ages before the Xenos actually get close to you, and during that time your sniper turret or your basic turret will be picking off Xenos much earlier. So in the next clip you'll see me running 2-1 with Yuria and DVR, and comparing my weapon kills before and after the mission told me that of my 323 kills in the mission, 203 were from my weapons. So about 120 kills were from my heavy turret, give or take, because some of them might have been down to consumable kills. And with over a third of my personal kills and 16% of my team's kills being down to the heavy turret, I'd say it's doing its fair share of the damage. So enough chat from me, I've been talking too long. I hope you enjoyed the clip that follows, and I hope you have fun trying out the build. Thanks.
Check your fire. Remember, we're looking for friendlies. This isn't a cave. It's block construction. A company bunker, maybe. Needles! They'll be after any survivors. Get moving. A lot of whaling shit down here. Some kind of auxiliary base, fall back position. Weird door. A live terminal. See if you can pull any logs. Security log. Free-range experiments have penetrated air shafts. Keep moving. Blood. Not a good sign. Continue your sweep. There could still be friendlies alive.
Sentry deployed.
Check 6. Xeno's following you.
Pardon. The blood spray patterns earlier suggested hollows here, attacking from ambush. Please remain alert for drones.
So much Wayland shit. What were they doing down here? Honecker didn't say there was a facility out here, just Pala Station itself. Xenos from the side holes! Console up on the side. Check that for me.
I got you.
Workplace incident files. Missing crew, casualties. Sounds like they got drones loose in here.
You're trespassing on Wayland and County property.
This is the Colonial Marines. You from Pala Station?
Yes, I'm Security Chief Cynthia Rodriguez. You're in danger here, Marines.
Yeah, no kidding. We're here to rescue you.
That may be ready.
Listen. Sentry deployed.
Watch the premises!
Ship to deploy. Ship to deploy.
Yeah, it definitely does count as a
Rodriguez, we're
Reveal
here with the
target
authority
kill.
of the Colonial Protection Act. We'll be evacuating survivors. Our position is secure. I recommend you withdraw. Understood, ma'am. Be ready to receive us.
Deploy. Watch it.
Bug swarm heading your way.
Left.
Coming from the far side. Still with us, Rodriguez? I told you we're secure. You're the only ones in danger here, Marines.
Prowler.
That's the job, ma'am. We'll get you out safe.
Bursters. From somewhere.
Catching up.
I don't know, I heard bursters again. They might be running slowly.
Ship to deploy.
Yeah, they're there. They are behind us. Holy shit.
infringe your copyrights or whatever.
Oh,
Give me time to
I got a
contact the
perk.
Home Office for
I'm
guidance.
in a very shit.
The hell's her problem? Does she even want to be rescued?
That drone can pop really close. The drone's dead. Alright, let's do this. Easy peasy, no scope.
Across the canyon. What the hell is that? With the overhang, we couldn't see this on approach.
Oh, look up that shit again. Sorry, I couldn't help it with the warrior.
Now we need to get you across that canyon.
Oh, what the hell? Oh!
There. Controls on the overlook. Get that bridge extended. Oh, you got their location locked? Can you drop munitions in the gap? I could fly a missile up your left nostril, Herrera. Fireteam, move!
Straight away.
Watch for stragglers.
God, the screen.
You never miss, Co. Should've put money on that. Fireteam, secure an LZ so we can pick you up later.
Sentry deployed. Mine's out! Sentry deployed.
Sentry deployed.
Mine's out! Charging the deck.
Sentry deployed.
Mine's out. Let's rock.
Mine's up.
Hey! Charging the deck!
I don't think the company built this. Warrior box, focus fire! Left side right, wave of bursters! Warrior Xeno, priority targets! This is the last of them. Area secured. Rendezvous at the spooky door. Huddle up, Fireteam. Rodriguez is
Jeez.
ahead. Let's figure out what we're getting into.